this deep feeling of trust and truth and soul mission. And patience is vital. There may be things that you just know are worth standing your ground for, and they may not come quickly. They may be something that's a process. Think of Gandhi's life. Think of Nelson Mandela. Think of Mother Teresa. Think of Jesus. Like, there's all these beings who have come that have been very enlightened, and they had to be very patient. Susan B. Anthony, her whole life was spent in courtrooms fighting for women's rights that she never got to see happen in her own life. So we got to think about, when we're pioneers of a shift and a movement, patience is vital. So if we are too urgent to make it happen, we can actually destroy the very process that we're working on. But when we surrender and we trust and we flow, I think of the sea turtle, the totem of the sea turtle. There is this beautiful fluidity of trust and flow, and it in fact will get you where you need to be much quicker than when you try to push and force your way. So think of how each of us can embrace that in our own life. What is it that you really stand for? Know what that is, and have the courage, the power, and the patience to stand your ground when it's time. You know inside of yourself when it's time to hold your ground. Archangel Ariel has been often referred to as the lioness of God. Listen as she sounds her mighty roar for truth within yourself. She is a mighty warrior of light, a bringer of truth and great courage. She invites you to listen to the calling of her within you as you stand strong and true and trust in yourself fully. You absolutely know when you must stand strong in your life and not be swayed. True strength is often found in our gentle power and courage. There is no need for resistance, fear, or stubborn behavior. This is often the calling of the wounded egoic voice. It is vital that you recognize the difference. You are each more powerful, capable, and courageous than you may realize. Trust that your strength and gentle, loving power are very much needed at this time. Your alignment with your truth and power will protect your deepest dreams and assist you with joyous manifestation. Allow yourself to answer the calling of Archangel Ariel as you trust in your deepest knowing and stay true to yourselves, beautiful souls. As you stand firmly upon the earth, affirm aloud to the universe. And so if you guys want to do this, you could stand up right now with me. I'm all about doing things in the now. So, you know, wherever you are, if you feel safe to say it out loud, go for it. Otherwise, say it in your mind. But what you can state to the universe is, I am a beautiful, powerful, courageous being of love and light. I choose constant awareness and alignment for the goodness of all life. I remain steady and powerful in my soul's highest calling as I invoke the great power and protection of Archangel Ariel. So I'm just going to pause there and see. Anybody got any comments on that? Amnon? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
So do I have a caller?
Hello? So do I have a caller? This is Tanya.
Hey, Tanya, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great.
We're calling you from Maui.
Awesome. I miss it already. It's been raining the last couple of days. I'm like, man, I miss Maui, and I really...
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Tanya?
Yes.
Look at the bottom of the video on the right. There is a speaker. Click it.
Okay.
That way it gets rid of the feedback.
Did you click it?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just saying that this morning. I was like, man, I sure am craving some fresh papaya for breakfast, which I enjoyed while I was in Maui.
Oh, yeah, we have lots of mangoes popping on our trees here now, too.
Oh, yummy. Those are good, too. Delicious.
Yummy.
So anyway,
how are you doing?
Earlier, Mayan put another comment there. I still hear myself.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't fixed the problem.
Do you see, if you put the cursor on the video, on the actual video, you should see on the bottom right, there is a speaker, like a volume.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Just click it, it'll mute it. Okay. So Mayan said about what you were talking about, that Honey Girl was running all over the place. She said,
Yeah.
we call that doggy Autobahn, when Honey turbo runs through the house with mega life force energy running through her.
Absolutely.
Boy,
It
that's
was
good
awesome.
chocolate.
And I was singing She's a Maniac during it.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, she was just flying through the house. She is hilarious. And it's so funny when she
Yeah,
runs on
that's
the wood
good
floors
chocolate.
because she can't really move, so she's just running in place. So hilarious.
Okay, well, we have a question.
Yeah.
The house, we were going to see if maybe, I don't know if you can communicate with the angels about this, but the house that I went, that we do all the doggy rescue in, actually went into escrow, and we have new buyers for it. So we've been asked to move out by June.
Okay.
And we're having a lot of fear and anxiety because we don't know what we're going to do with all of our animals or with ourselves. We've been doing all the rescue work. This is the house that Honey came to and was rehabilitated in. And so we're wondering if there's a way that we can, I know that we're supposed to do
that's good.
positive thinking, and it's been hard for me, this is Tanya, it's been hard for me to stay free of anxiety when so many animals' lives are at stake. We have 16 cats here. Well, we have way more than that, but we have 16 that we're responsible for.
Yes.
And then I'm personally worried that I'm not going to find a place where I can continue to do the work with animals.
Okay. So the first thing I'm getting is, like, deep down in your intuition, you do know. And what they're saying is that you absolutely are in a time of transformation, and that why would they not give you what you need? And that why would they not give you what you need? Does that make sense? And so,
So,
and so what they're doing is they're wanting to really guide you to focus on not what you've had, but what you're also becoming. And so visualize this is your dream time. This is a great time for you and Mayan to be in meditation together and to really dream and daydream of the most beautiful, optimal place for your dreams to happen. And this is where you're like got the Etch-a-Sketch and you're shaking it clean and you're going to draw and create a new way. And so it's really important that you remember you hold the wand, and that as you command the universe to assist you with all the details, the angels in the universe are going to totally work in your favor to bring you what you need. But if you go into fear and you start shaking your wand with black magic, like, what if I can't have it, and what if I lose the animals, then you will create that. So it's really important for you not to go into fear, but to go into higher vibration with your thoughts and with your focus on manifesting the ultimate vision for you.
oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
So then I just need to manifest what I want and then pray that it'll happen.
Absolutely. And it's like, kind of think of it like this. Like if you order pizza and you call and you're like, hey, I'd like some pepperoni, and could you throw some olives on there and maybe put Parmesan on the crust? And then you hang up the phone and the pizza's on the way. They want you to deal with it just like that. Not like in a begging, pleading prayer, like, please, if I'm worthy, am I good enough? Is it okay? Like, are you punishing me? There's no need for that. They want you to be more like, here's what I love. Go and get some pictures maybe of land and go and research a little bit. Kind of like you can't know what car you want until you go test drive a car. And so some people will go into fear about their car, but I'm like, get out there and test drive cars. You want to get into them and feel them and get to know them. And then you're like, this is my car. From then, you tell the universe, this is my car. Thank you for taking care of the details to bring me this car. So when you go out and you look at land, or even to ask the angels to illuminate the path and to summon you to where is for your highest good, and then trust that they will bring you synchronicity, just like I meeting you was very much proving to you miracles. Like that whole thing was synchronistic. So they want you to really remember that and see that it takes great faith and trusting the heart. What does the heart want? Angels, thank you for taking care of the details. It's like ordering pizza. You let go. Thanks for working it out, and it will come.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No begging or pleaded necessary.
Okay.
And so one thing I'm going to share with you real quick is when I got the house I'm living in, I had left a 20-year marriage. It was abusive. It was crap. I was like treated like way less than I deserved. And I had enough. And so part of the fear of leaving what's crappy is that you're like, this isn't my optimal ultimate dream, but it's comfortable and it's, you know, comfortably uncomfortable. I know it. So when I had to leave that and I knew it was time, I went and rented a room, and it was like I was 19 again, renting this little room. And I remember just teaching nature yoga one day, and I was like, you know, angels, I want a family, and I want a home, and I would love all these things, and I would love to teach yoga in my house and have workshops, and I would love a healing room and an art studio. And I'd love it all to be in my room, in my house, and I'd like it to be in town, but in the forest. And I was just talking to them. I went home, and in my journal, I wrote it all out, very detailed of what I would like. And then I said, thank you for taking care of the details. And I let it go. And I am not joking you. 2 days later, I was with my friend, and she was like, Tanya, do you want to come get my laundry with me? And I was like, sure. So she came to this house in town, which is right next to the forest where I live in Kleinline. And we come into the house. It's empty. And as soon as I walked into the yard, I was like, oh my God, I could totally picture me doing drumming circles in this yard. Oh my God, I can picture doing art in this room. This will be my healing room. And I was running through the house, and she thought I was crazy probably. But I was running around, and I was like, what's up with the house? And she's like, actually, it's been for rent for a while, and nobody's rented it. But you know, you should talk to Chris and see if you could rent it. And I was like, oh my God, angels, this is my house. And so out loud to the universe, I said, yes, I accept this house. Thank you for taking care of all the details. And there was like linoleum in the floors and all this. And I walked through and I was like, oh, that's going to be wood floors. This is going to be my yoga room. And I was just like commanding with my wand what was going to be. And then I released it, and within like the next week or two, my fiance and I were at an art show, and I walked into that art show, and I was talking to him about the house. I was like, baby, this is the house. And he was kind of clinging to a plan, like, oh, I don't know, I had planned to move to Battleground. And I was like, well, you can move there if you want, but that's my house, and I'm going that way. And so I was asking him, you know, we got to talk to this Chris guy. And right then he goes, well, look, he just walked in. You should go talk to him. And this guy, I swear to God, walked into the art show. And I was like, oh, my God, this is happening. And so we ended up having dinner with him and his wife, or him and his girlfriend that night. And they totally helped us with the house. He got the wood for me. And I had a friend of the family help put most of it in. And then my fiance finished it. But it all came to me not because I worked hard or because I was worthy or not worthy, but because I thanked the universe for it and I knew I was worthy and I said yes. And so I encourage you to go and journal with Mayan, very detailed journal entry of what you visualize for your optimal place, and be in excitement like a little kid before Christmas. Like when you believe that you could have anything you wanted, get into that energy and just thank the universe for taking care of the details, and you watch what happens. And when it happens, when the magic happens, can you promise me that you'll call in and tell us all about it?
Yeah, I will. I will.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Thank you for taking such good care of Honey Girl. We missed her. The dogs started barking. When she started barking, they all ran towards the computer to see where she was.
They're like, it's Honey Girl. That's so funny.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
So I've got one more thing to say to you before you hang up. Do you have a second?
Sure.
Okay, so I drew a card on that question you had. That was what I was getting from angels and in the now. But what I drew a card is from the divine. It's the divine guidance deck. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. And the card is number 36, and it's self-talk. And it says, this is a high energy card, and it is directly related to how you are treating yourself. Note how the teeth inside the mouth point inward in the image, and I'll show you what it looks like.